What if you were given the opportunity to either add on or subtract years from your life? What would you choose? I think a lot of people would have the same answer, and that answer would be that they wanted to add on years to their life. However, each year, unknowingly, many teens, adults, and sometimes even children choose to subtract years from their life by choosing to light up a cigarette and participate in the habit of smoking. In 2008, Cancer.org did a study that showed that 21% of adults, 20% of teens, and 6% of middle school students were regularly participating in the habit of smoking. This means that approximately 1 in 5 Americans was smoking at least one whole pack of cigarettes a day. So, according to Cancer.org, approximately 1/2 of Americans that continue the habit of smoking will die each year from an illness associated with smoking these cigarettes. That number adds up to about 443,000 Americans each year that will die from an illness associated with smoking, and that number is higher than the combined deaths associated with homicide, AIDS, illegal drugs, car accidents, alcohol, all combined. So smoking takes a lot of deaths each year. So over the next few minutes, I'm going to expose the hard truths about smoking and talk about the personal health risk, the risk that you put others at if you smoke around them, the monetary cost of smoking, and the benefits that you should experience should you choose to stop smoking. So personal risk-wise, there are a lot of health risks associated. The main two are cancers and heart disease. There are many types of cancers you can get, including stomach, bladder, mouth, lung, throat. However, lung cancer is the most prevalent. Lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer deaths in both men and women in the United States. And while it is one of the hardest cancers to treat, it is one of the easiest cancers to prevent, with not smoking being one of the main causes, or one of the main things that you can do to help prevent it. Heart disease is the other main one. There are a lot of effects on the heart that smoking causes, including hardening of the arteries, which especially around your hands and your feet, because your arteries get a lot smaller, which can lead to poor circulation, again, in your hands and your feet. It's poor circulation all over, but those two are the worst because the arteries are so small. An increased risk for stroke and heart attack, and coronary heart disease is the main issue. Approximately 20% of all heart disease cases are attributed and linked to smoking cigarettes. And I have this pie chart that I printed off the CDC website. So it has the 443,000, and you can see here this dark part is the heart disease deaths, and this part right here is lung cancer. So you can see that lung cancer and heart disease make up over half of the annual deaths attributed to cigarette smoking, with stroke, other cancers, and other diagnoses being that. So that's just scratching the surface of some of the personal health risks. So now we're going to talk about some of the health risks that you put your loved ones and those around you if you choose to light up around them. So obviously secondhand smoke is the main thing attributed with being around a smoker. And by secondhand smoke, there are two types of smoke that are in that. Mainstream smoke is the smoke that comes out of the smoker's mouth when they're exhaling, and side stream smoke is the smoke that comes out of the end of a lit cigarette. So those two smokes combined create secondhand smoke. And secondhand smoke is recognized by the Environmental Protection Agency and World Health Organization as a known carcinogen. In other words, it causes cancer. And according to Cancer.org, another stat that I found interesting is that 46,000 people die each year that live with smokers due to illnesses attributed to the absorption of secondhand smoke into their bodies. And in 2006, the Surgeon General put out a report saying that there is no safe level of secondhand smoke, so being around it at all is definitely toxic, because non-smokers breathe in just as many of the toxic chemicals as smokers do. So the only way to really prevent that, according to Cancer.org, is to ban smoking in public places. So obviously smoking has serious health risks for you and your friends and those around you if you choose to smoke, but there are other risks associated. Monetary costs. A lot of people, when they think of how much it costs to smoke, all they think about is the cost of buying cigarettes. However, there are a lot of hidden costs. So actual payment for the cigarettes is up to $1,500 a year if you're smoking about an average of one pack a day. But there are insurance policies that are going to go up, and that will cause you to pay a lot more over time. Your insurance premiums for life, health, homeowners, car, those are all going to go up because you are at more of a risk. Health-wise, you're more of a risk to develop illnesses, so your health insurance will go up. Life insurance, because of that health issue, you can die at an earlier age, so your life insurance goes up. Homeowners and cars, you're more likely to burn your house down or get in a car accident, so those premiums are going to go up. You could deal with a loss of value and higher cleaning costs due to the smell of the smoke absorbed into your possessions in your home. And dental and healthcare are also going to be more expensive because you're going to be having more problems that you have to deal with. So not only does your health suffer, the health of those around you suffers, and your finances could also suffer. But there are benefits, but that's if you choose to kick the habit of smoking. At whyquit.com, I pulled up a timetable. It shows approximately how fast your body can recover. So after 12 hours, your blood oxygen level and your carbon monoxide level will return to normal. About after 2 weeks, your blood circulation will be returning to normal. 3 months, your heart attack risk will substantially drop. After a year, your heart disease risk is less than half of that of a smoker. After 10 years, your risk of lung cancer is cut in half. And after 15 years, your risk of heart disease is the same as someone that had never smoked. So your body can recover, but you have to choose to quit smoking first. You can also put years back on your life. According to the CDC, men lose approximately 13.2 years of life, while women lose approximately 14.5 years of life. So you can add those years back on should you choose to quit smoking. And also you can save money annually with all of those hidden costs. You won't be paying anymore. So obviously, today we've talked about all of the personal health risks: cancer, heart disease, stroke, the risk that you put those around you with secondhand smoke, and all the illnesses that they can contract from that. Your finances could suffer. However, you can experience the benefits of not smoking. You just have to make that decision. So at the beginning of the speech, I asked you if you had the choice to actually put years back on or subtract them, what would you choose? So again, I'll ask you, after knowing everything that smoking can cause, what are you going to choose? To add years on or subtract years off?